Hey, what's up guys? Alex here bringing you your sharp bet of the day. So we're going to be using WynnBet again just because I have these chips, which we've explained in other videos. You can use these chips to get boosted odds. So we're going to be using our chips to get boosted odds. And basically what we have to do is we have to find two good bets on WynnBet that we want to include in our parlay. So the first thing we can see just on the arbitrage page, again, the reason arbitrage is so imperative to sports betting is arbitrage is a inefficiency in a financial market, right? When arbitrage exists, if you have a Pinnacle account and you have a WynnBet account, you can place a bet on Oregon State plus 2.5 on Pinnacle and Arizona State minus 2.5 on WynnBet and earn a risk-free profit. That means that there has to be a profitable bet. And because Pinnacle is one of the most efficient, sharpest sportsbooks in the world, you want to, place the bet opposite to Pinnacle. So what we can see here is this is an indication that Arizona State minus 2.5 is a good bet. And you can see, most sportsbooks have the point spread set at 3.5 or 3. And on WynnBet, we can pick up 2.5. And obviously, the difference between getting a minus 2.5 and a minus 3.5 is massive, since a large percentage of the distribution is centered around Arizona State winning this game by 3 points. That's a field goal, right? So the difference between 2.5 and 3 in a point spread is massive. And here you can get, Arizona State minus 2.5 on WynnBet when most books are giving you Arizona State minus 3. So if Arizona State wins by a field goal, Arizona State minus 3 would be a push on all these sports books, and Arizona State minus 2.5 would win on WynnBet. And you can see, just looking at odds on other sports books, Pinnacle has this all the way down at minus 134. FoxBet has it all the way down at minus 125. So just looking at the entire sports betting market together, it just is pretty clear that minus 2.5 is a profitable betting opportunity. So the first thing we can do is take our first leg for the parlay, and we can go to college football, and we can go to Arizona State. And we want minus 2.5, minus 110 odds. That's the first leg we want to place in our parlay. So, another good leg you could include, which you can see right here, is Eagles minus 110 odds on WynnBet. I already bet this previously, so I won't use it again for the sake of example, but you can see right here, like every other sportsbook is giving you the Eagles roughly minus 125 odds. Minus 110 is an ARB to Pinnacle. So this is a pretty clear indication that Eagles minus 125 is a pretty good betting opportunity. But again, because we've already bet it, I will skip over it. We bet it in a previous video. We bet on the Eagles. So what we can do is we can look for another good possible betting opportunity. And you can see there are a few, right? One of the first ones is we have Missouri versus Florida. So Missouri, you can get plus 285 on WynnBet. Most sportsbooks are only giving you plus 250. Caesars giving you the second best odds at plus 260. Seems like there's some value in Missouri, plus 285 on WynnBet. So what we can do is we can, place our bet on Arizona State parlay with Missouri plus 285. And we'll go through the math afterwards. I'd rather place these bets before the line moves. So we'll go to Missouri plus 285. So we have Arizona State minus 2.5, minus 110. Missouri plus 285. Both are positive expected value bets. And what we can do is we can place this bet, again, just try to place it before the line moves. So we'll place this parlay, retry, locate, confirm you're in Colorado, whatever, let's go, before the line moves. So we'll get that ready. We'll place this bet. Cool. Bet is placed. Spin wheel comes up. And again, when you have these chips on WynnBet right here, you get this spin wheel on WynnBet, which is pretty cool because you spin the wheel and typically it boosts your odds, right? So here we can see, whatever they're going to give us. They're going to give us a 10% boost from my parlay. So cool. I bet, on this parlay initially at plus 36.35 odds, which I like regardless. And now it's boosting it with this 10% odds boost using some of my chips to plus 699 odds. So our first bet is going to be, so our first parlay, I'll just put in the tab parlays here, is going to be Arizona State minus 2.5, minus 110. In Missouri, plus 285. And we bet $500. We bet $500 at plus 699 odds. So if this bet wins, we win 500 times 6.99, 34.95 in profit, which you can see basically right here. They're only giving us 34.92.50, whatever, some rounding, possibly in Google Sheets, that's fine, or in WynnBet, whatever. So we got our first bet placed, and now we're going to go to, let's place this Arizona State again. And then we'll go here, we'll go back to the positive expected value page, and we'll look for something from WynnBet. So, I'll just place a few, and I'll just place 2 bets for, whatever, the sake of example. We'll skip over this Eagles one. We already bet it, although I do like this line, so I bet this pretty big. The Eagles at minus 110 odds. The lines have been drifting towards the Eagles all day long. Navy plus 180 looks like another good betting spot. But we can scroll to the top, see the wagers with the highest expected return, and we can see what's out there. What can we get? And you can see Indiana plus 250. So we can click on this. DraftKings is only giving you plus 215. WynnBet's giving you plus 250. Pinnacle's all the way down at plus 217. WynnBet's giving you the best price. So it seems like there's some value in Indiana as well. So that can be our second bet. This parlay, we have Indiana, Arizona State, parlay, and let's place another 500 on it. So boom, bet placed. It's at plus 568 odds, but we're going to use some of our chips and hopefully boost the expected return of this, parlay by a bit. And you can see that it's going to give us, it's taken a bit, but a 5% boost, right? So now we have, our second bet placed, Arizona State, Indiana, and this is boosted to plus 597 odds. So we have this, same thing, and then we have Indiana plus 250. Indiana plus 250. We got a worse, spin wheel in this case. It's only boosted to plus 597 odds, but whatever. We bet $500, and our profit if we win is 500 times 5.97. So that is our profit if we win. So now what we need to know is what is the fair probability, what is the probability that Arizona State covers the 2.5 point spread? We need to know the price for Indiana money line, and we need to know the fair win probability for Missouri money line. So what we do for these things is we look at Pinnacle Sportsbook as a source of fair value, right? Pinnacle is one of the sharpest, most efficient betting markets in the world. So it gives you an estimation of what the fair odds for a wager should be, right? The way that sportsbooks make money is they charge juice, they charge the vig. So what we want to do is we want to remove the juice and get an indication of the fair odds. So you can see for Indiana, Pinnacle's plus 217, minus 279. So we can put that into the no vig fair odds calculator, and all this calculator does is it backs out your fair win probability. So according to the market from Pinnacle, Indiana should be winning this game 30% of the time, right? So Indiana should be winning this game 30% of the time. And the fair odds would be plus 233.36. We got plus 250 odds on WynnBet, which is obviously better than the fair odds, which we're happy about. So that's the first bet. Then we want to see Missouri. So, whoops. So next we want to see Missouri. So I'll go to the Missouri game, and you can see here, plus 247, minus 326 is the fair odds. So plus 247, minus 326 is the fair odds for Missouri. We can back out a fair price, and it's plus 265. We got Missouri plus 285 odds in our parlay, right? So we have, let's look at our open bets. We have a few different ones, but you can see we got Missouri plus 285 odds, and the fair price is right here, plus 265.54. So Missouri should be winning this game 27.36% of the time, according to Pinnacle. So we almost have everything we need. And then for Arizona State minus 2.5, I can go to this game, and I can type in Arizona State, go to this game. That's not the right game. That's college basketball. I want football. It seems like that game started. So we'll go here, we'll go to point spread, Arizona State minus 2.5. Again, most books have the spread set at -3 +3, and we're getting minus 2.5, which is a massive difference. Just because the probability that Arizona State wins by exactly 3 is, relatively high. That's what the point spread is centered around. That's what the distribution in the market is centered around. So what you can see here is the market on Pinnacle minus 134 plus 112. So we go to the no big odds calculator, minus 134 plus 112. The fair price would be minus 121.4, and Arizona should cover the minus 2.5 point spread 54.83% of the time. So this should win 54.83% of the time. So now we have our estimates of the fair win probability by removing the juice from Pinnacle's market. And what we can do is we can calculate the fair price for our parlays, right? So we have Arizona State minus 2.5, minus 110 odds, and Missouri plus 285 odds. So the fair price for these events are uncorrelated. Arizona State covering the 2.5 point spread has no correlation to Missouri winning this game. So to back out the fair win percentage for this parlay, we just multiply these probabilities together. And it's the same for this. We just multiply, the probability Indiana wins times the probability Arizona covers the 2.5 point spread. So now we have our fair win percentages for both of these parlays. And our fair loss percentage is, of course, just 1 minus our win percentage. So now we can back out the expected value of our wagers. So we're betting $500 to win $34.95, and according to the zero vig fair lines, we should be winning this bet 15% of the time. Now the other 85% of the time, we should be losing our stake of $500. So the expected value of this bet, which had again a 10% profit boost, all of these bets have our odds boosted, right? Because we're using these chips from WynnBet as a part of the promotion, which is why WynnBet is one of my favorite sports books. I love these chips. Is this, boosted our odds. These chips boosted our odds from plus 635 to plus 699. So that means the expected value of our bet is $99, which is pretty incredible, which means the expected return of our bet is 20%, right? This is a very profitable bet. Arizona State minus 2.5, minus 110, and Missouri plus 285 money line. And then for Indiana, we can do the same thing, right? 16% of the time we should be winning $29.85. The other 83.55% of the time we'll be losing our stake of $500. That is wrong. So I'm not sure what went on here. You can try to go to number, accounting. So the expected value of this bet is $73.25, so a little bit worse, which means the expected return of this bet is just our expected value $73.25 divided by our stake, which is $500, so 14%. So unsurprisingly, this Missouri Arizona State one has a better expected return, which makes sense because we got a higher boost on our chips from WynnBet with a 10% boost. But regardless, both of these bets are profitable, and we gain, a total from these two bets using this WynnBet promotion of roughly $173 in expected value, which is pretty good, right? So just using these win spin wheels, we're able to generate a high amount of expected value with our wagers. So I hope you found this video helpful. Any questions, as usual, you can reach out to us at OddsJam about what sports books to get, things like that. We'll be happy to help you, and thanks so much for your time.